YouTube, it's your boy Ollie. Welcome back to another video. Today is that time of the week again where I review and talk about the upcoming weekend fixtures, give you my predictions, give you a little rundown of form going into the games. So let's get into this. The first game we've got coming up is Spurs against West Ham. Spurs, they're on great form. They're playing really well. They had a good cup win in the week. West Ham, there's not much really to say about it, but other than I think it would be a close game. I reckon it could be a 2-1 Spurs win. And with that being said, let's move on to the next one. Burnley against Huddersfield. So they're two relatively exciting teams, which is good. You know, it makes for good watching. But I'm going to edge for a 2-1 Burnley win. Controversial, maybe. Everton, Bournemouth. Wow, okay, so Everton have been on absolute free-for-all at the moment. As we all know, they got beat 4-0 against Man U last weekend. Bournemouth, their season's up and down at the moment. I mean, they haven't got that consistency that they'd be hoping for just yet, but I reckon it would be a 2-2 draw because both teams like going on the attack, but also like they like scoring goals. So, and Everton, well, I mean, their defence ain't great. Man City against Crystal Palace is the next one. Well, City, they absolutely battered Watford last weekend, 6-0. I can see the scoreline being very similar, and it's at the Etihad as well. So, home advantage to Man City, which is, you know, that's just a recipe for exactly what they would want at this time of the season. So the scoreline, I'm going to go with a 5-0 City win. I think the next game is Southampton against Manchester United. Again, very much United are on the front foot. They've started really well, so the confidence is higher. The confidence is very, very good throughout the team. They've got a wicked team. Mourinho's done it again. See that second season, he always seems to do it, which is, you know, that credit to the man. Scoreline wise, I reckon it's going to be Man United 3, Southampton 1. Stoke against Chelsea. Then Chelsea drew against Arsenal last weekend. Great result for the Gunners. You know, that was the best we could have expected. But Stoke, they're tricky customers this year. You know, they brought in some real good reinforcements and real good solid players, which you associate with Stoke, really, because it's sort of, that's the Stoke way. As such, they bring in players that know their job and you don't need to be told twice. So it's going to be a hard game for Chelsea. I reckon they will end up winning, but I reckon it'll be a 2-1 Chelsea away win. Watford v Swansea, or should I say Swansea v Watford? Both teams are not really in the greatest form, so I haven't got a clue how this could go. I'm going to predict it anyway. I'm going to predict a Swansea home win. I'm going to predict it to be 2-0 due to the fact that Swansea do like scoring goals and Watford can't defend. End of. Leicester against Liverpool. This is a game that I actually want to watch myself because they're both very exciting teams and they're both bang in form. So I think Leicester will struggle against Liverpool's front three. So with that being said, I reckon it's going to be a close game, but I reckon Liverpool will edge it 2-1. Brighton against Newcastle. Battle of the two teams that have come up. So, two of the three teams that have come up, should I say. Apologies. The scoreline wise, really, it's a lottery. When everyone knows Newcastle, they have been a yo-yo team, up and down, using the parachute money to get up, sort of to keep the players. And obviously, Brighton, it's the first time they've been up, and it's 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 exciting times for them. They're at home, so I'm going to edge for Brighton to beat Newcastle 2-1. Coming to the end of the weekend, the Arsenal West Brom on Monday. So I will be attending that game on Monday, so I hope that Arsenal do not let me down. They didn't let me down last week, so I'm going into this game with full hope that we can get the result. I'm expecting a 3 or 4-1 demolition job. So that, with that being said, controversial. I know it might not be what everyone wants to hear. Leave your thoughts in the comments below on your thoughts on the weekend's games. So that about wraps it up. There's a few different series that are going to be starting on the channel, which is I'm going to be doing it's a series called On the Spot, where I put guests on the spot. I give them 2 options. I have to take their first option. They're not going to just stay tuned for that content, which is going to be happening very, very soon, I hope. Other than that, it's time to wrap up the video. So, big shout out to the Revenant podcast yesterday. I've featured on there with my mate, live streamed it yesterday, 40 odd minute video, all good stuff, talking about current events, talking about just where both of us see YouTube going. So, the link will be in the description. That's about it. There's not much else I can say apart from I hope everyone has a sick weekend, and so I'm out like a Cub Scout. See ya.